Hello everybody and welcome to Ty Tiger Reacts. Of course, I am your host, Ty Tiger, and today we're diving back into Hoops and Hip Hop. He does do a lot of Fakemon videos, so I do apologize. I kind of got the wrong impression from the last video. I thought he actually covered all of the regions. He hasn't. He's only done Kanto and Johto, and then he's done Sinnoh for this particular prompt, which is creating different evolutions for the starter Pokemon. So he's creating new, like, final evolutions, kind of like a fun experiment type thing. So yeah, he's only done those three. I've done my reactions to Kanto and Johto. Make sure you check out them. Do of course check out Hoops and Hip Hop on YouTube. Links down below to the original video. So we're going to react to this one, which is Sinnoh, and then don't worry, I'm still going to react to Hoops and Hip Hop, because he does do a lot of other Fakemon videos and has done loads of different types of ideas and stuff, so I'll definitely be diving into some of his other prompt ideas and things like that. So this is still going to be a series, it just won't be this exact prompt for a art video. He's actually one of my inspirations for my own Osmond library. So let's dive in and react to What If Starter Pokemon Had Different Evolutions, Sinnoh.
A hot topic in the Pokemon community right now has to do with Pokemon Legends Arceus and whether the starters in that game could get new forms for their evolution.
Obviously, this video is like 4 years old, so Legends Arceus has been and gone, and Legends ZA's been a thing now and everything, but bear with him.
Starters having alternate forms has been a popular idea amongst the fan base for a while, which is why I started a video series where I ask the question, what if the starters had different final evolutions? I've already made a couple videos in this series for the Johto and Kanto starters, and today, since Sinnoh is kind of the thing these days, we're gonna skip Hoenn for a sec and create brand new final evolutions for the Sinnoh starters.
You didn't go back to Hoenn though, did you? Hoops, huh?
Remember that these aren't meant to be replacements for Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon, but rather something that Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup could evolve into in a world.
Honestly, I think they may be my favorite starter trio. When it comes to like the whole trio, the first stage, second, and base stage, first stage, and second stage, you know, all three Pokemon, all three sets of Pokemon, I think it might be my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I adore the Turtwig line, adore the Chimchar line, and adore the Piplup line. I don't think any of them have faults. I think they're all fantastic. Love all three of them. So I do think that it does, I think it is my favorite, you know. So, yeah, let's dive in.
Where their original final evolutions didn't exist. Basically, it's just a fun experiment, and it's one that wouldn't be possible without the support of today's amazing sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
Okay. I'm gonna skip over the sponsor there for a second. Sorry, Hoops.
So first things first, let's start with Turtwig.
Okay.
When coming up with a new final evolution for Turtwig, I also wanted to consider what I wanted to do for the Sinnoh starters as a whole. You see, starter Pokemon sometimes have themes that they share as a group, and with Sinnoh being all about its myths and legends, I thought that Japanese myths and legends would be a great theme for them to share.
Very true.
Sinnoh is also based on the Hokkaido region of Japan.
Yeah, because Torterra is based off the World Tree, Infernape's based off Sun Wukong, and Empoleon is based off, like, Poseidon, Napoleon, you know, the trident in his head, you know, like, ocean gods and shit. So they're based off, like, mythology in itself, but he's going off Japanese, purely Japanese mythology.
This proved to be a great starting point, as it made trying to figure out what I should base these evolutions on a lot easier, and in Turtwig's case, this is the final result of all that brainstorming that went into its evolution. Meet Torterra, the Guardian.
Holy shit! Torterra, the Guardian Pokemon. Holy fuck! That is awesome! I'm assuming it's a grass steel type. I'm loving the shell. It's very metallic. Is that the world? Is that a map on its back? I want to know what's going on with the tail. It actually gives me Grovyle vibes, which makes sense because Turtwig, Grovyle. Oh no, it's not Grovyle. It is Grovyle, isn't it? Not Grovyle. Who the fuck evolves into Torterra? That's gonna bug me now.
Pokemon. Going along with the theme of Japanese mythology, Tortector is based on Genbu, a legendary guardian spirit that is said to protect the city of Kyoto. It is said that it protects the city's northern side, which I thought worked well considering that Sinnoh is the northernmost of the Japanese Pokemon regions. This is also why Tortector is a grass steel type, to symbolize this protection.
So the tail represents the snake, right? Because in that picture he showed of what it's based on, it was a tortoise with a snake wrapped around it and then they're fighting. So does the tail represent the snake?
Guardianship that serves as its inspiration. As you probably already noticed, Tortector's shell is unique as well. It is modeled after a classic Shinto shrine, not only because of the mythology connection, but because Genbu, Tortector's inspiration, is said to be represented by the Kenkun Shrine, a Shinto shrine that sits at the north end of Kyoto and also protects the city. Speaking of Genbu, it also has other names as well, and is also known as the Black Tortoise, and is more than just a tortoise even, as it is classically depicted as a tortoise that is also intertwined with a snake. This is why we gave Tortector a snake-like tail, and why its shiny is primarily black and
wow! Oh my god, I like the shiny! Oh, that is sick! Oh, that is very cool. I like the shiny a lot there. That is awesome. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. I'm liking this dude a lot right now, and that shiny is dope. Not very rare will you ever find me like a shiny slightly more than the original, but here I think I might prefer the shiny.
Its inspiration being known as the Black Tortoise. Finally, its name comes from tortoise and protector, literally describing what it is and what it does. And while as a starter Pokemon, its basic ability would just be Overgrow, I think that Sturdy would be a good hidden ability for this Pokemon.
Yeah, makes sense.
It fits perfectly with its theme of protection. Moving along, our next starter is of course going to be Chimchar, and Chimchar gives us a bit of an interesting challenge for its evolution. While we obviously want this new final evolution to be different than Infernape, there's a bit of a problem in that Monferno, the middle evolution of this family, is already a firefighting type, just like Infernape. So basically, we're gonna be pretty much stuck with the firefighting type as well for this new evolution. However, that doesn't mean that we can't come up with something cool and different to Infernape. And what we ultimately came up with is Giblaze.
Okay, he's funky looking. I like the really long arms. It's a different type of ape looking. The fiery beard is really cool. The fire in his head's really sick. I love the big hands. He could smack a fucking bitch and you know it. Holy shit. Is this hair, the white bits, is that part of his hair? This is dope, man. I like the fact his eyes are closed too. Is he... You could have changed the typing though, to be fair. That does happen. But that is sick. I apologize. I didn't say it very well last night.
Artist Pokemon. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say that the art for these Pokemon was drawn by Alestiva076, and he did a great job, obviously, so be sure to check him out with the link in the description. Anyway, when it comes to Giblaze and what inspired its design, I again looked to Japanese mythology. And although I was limited thanks to Monferno locking me into that firefighting type, I actually ended up with something that worked pretty perfectly. Giblaze is inspired by Sarutahiko Okami, a Japanese monkey deity who is also seen as a patron of various martial arts.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfectly with the fighting type.
Yep, absolutely.
Giblaze is also based on a gibbon, a type of ape that is commonly seen as
more
superior and even supernatural in Japanese and Chinese culture, which is why Giblaze does not have a tail, because gibbons don't have tails.
Okay.
But it also fits in well with this Pokemon also being based on a deity. Its appearance was also roughly based on Sarutahiko Okami as well, as he is commonly depicted with a large beard, so a fire beard was given to
I see that.
coincide with that.
Oh, that's sick.
To also contrast with Infernape's fire hair. This is its shiny.
Wow!
All there is to it.
Nah, buddy, that is sick. I love it when a fire type Pokemon who has fire on their body somewhere and their shiny gets blue fire. Fucking sick, yo. That is so fucking awesome. That is awesome. I love that. I like this greeny color that's going in there too.
But to be honest, is that it looks cool, but for shinies, that's a good a reason as any. And finally, its name also comes from Gibbon, the type of ape it is based on, and Blaze.
Yeah, I picked up that.
Fire type.
That's very good.
Its hidden ability, meanwhile, because its ability would also be Blaze, just like every other fire starter, is Unseen Fist, which right now is exclusive to Urshifu, but it honestly fits Giblaze perfectly.
Yeah,
and
fair.
Since the two Pokemon are kinda based on similar things anyway, I think it'll be fine for Giblaze to have. And last, but certainly not least, we have Piplup. With Piplup's final evolution, we have more freedom than we did for Giblaze, since we don't have any dual typings to worry about with its pre-evolutions. However, we do still...
I will state this though, right? He stuck with the firefighting type because Monferno's already firefighting type, and he actually did a really good job making Giblaze completely different to Infernape, so well done for that. And I'm very much looking forward to what you do here because I adore the Piplup line.
Want to stick with the Japanese mythology theme. I also really like how Empoleon is based on an Emperor Penguin, because honestly, that just makes sense for the final evolution of a Penguin Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I decided to use those two things as a basis and see if I couldn't come up with something cool, and boy, did I ever. After some research, what we ultimately ended up with for an alternate final evolution to Piplup is Rularo, the Archery.
Wow! Okay!
Admittedly, this does kinda happen.
Raw! Okay, no, that is sick. Oh, I like this dude a lot. He's got a bit of a fin coming out of his torso. He's got a bit of I like the fact that his, like, feathers drape out of him. Loving the color palette here. The arm is, like, a crossbow, like a wrist-mounted crossbow, which is awesome. Would he better, like, do this motion and then fire it or something? That is so sick. I am loving this.
Have some decision.
This is my favorite video of the three that I've reacted to so far, by the way. This is awesome.
Vibes to it, but for a very good reason. Rularo is primarily based on Emperor Jimmu, the very first emperor of Japan. This sticks with the Emperor Penguin motif that I wanted to retain from Empoleon, but also uses the Japanese mythology theme as well, which turned out perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The archery aspect comes in because in pretty much every picture that you can find of Emperor Jimmu, he is depicted with a bow and arrow. So the archery theme was given to Rularo as well to illustrate this influence. As part of this mythical inspiration, it has also gained the Psychic type and is now Water Psychic, and it uses these psychic powers to shoot its mystical arrows.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's also worth mentioning that Emperor Jimmu, who serves as the main inspiration for Rularo, is said to be a descendant of Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess. And this actually connects.
Oh my god, yes, that is awesome. So for those who don't know, Naruto, the anime, is very, very heavily inspired by the mythologies of Japan. And Amaterasu is the black flame ability that all Uchiha members can use if they don the Mangekyo Sharingan. Well, not all of them can, but if you get Mangekyo, you could get Amaterasu. All, and I mean all, of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities are named after deities within Japanese mythology. So the fact that he's combined the arrow ability and the flame and stuff with Amaterasu is really cool, because one of Sasuke Uchiha's abilities is literally getting his Susanoo with the construct arrow and wrapping it in black flames. That is so sick.
Back to our fire starter, Giblaze. He, again, is based on the deity Sarutahiko Okami, and is one of only 7 Japanese kami to also have the title of Okami, with another one of them being Amaterasu.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Which overall helps to form even more of a connection between
that's sick.
group. Also, I wasn't super strict on this next thing, but each of the starters also kind of have a specialty as well, as Tortector is all about defense, Giblaze is all about physical attack with its fighting type, and Rulero is about special attack with its psychic type.
Well done!
Anyway, back to
Bro, that is so sick the way that you managed to do that. That is awesome, my guy. Fucking fair dues to you.
Rulero. This is its shiny, and
Oh!
it comes from that connection to
Oh, no, I like that. The fact that, because it's not, you know, it's not a fire type, but I do like the fact it's changed to the red. That is very pretty.
Amaterasu that I previously mentioned, so the colors are sun-themed, and I also thought that this could serve as a cool inspiration for a new hidden ability as well.
Okay.
What I have in mind is something that would basically be the ability form of the move Scald, and give any water-type attacks that the user has the chance to burn the opponent when they are used.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's too powerful or not, but it sounds cool, so I'm just gonna go with it. And finally, we also have the name to talk about. Rulero comes from ruler, as in the ruler of something, because it's based on an emperor and an emperor penguin, and Arrow, because its motif revolves around archery.
Oh, that's so sick.
I think this group of alternate Sinnoh starter evolutions turned out pretty good. For me, it's hard to pick between Giblaze and Rulero for my favorite, because I love how Rulero turned out, but I also might actually like Giblaze more than Infernape, which for me is a big deal. What do you guys think about these designs though? Which one is your favorite?
Ooh, favorite. I'm gonna say Rulero. I like Rulero a lot. Rulero's very cool. I like archery too.
Let me know in the comments, and be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you enjoyed the video, because it really does help out a lot. With that said, I will be back with another video very soon, and until then, as always, I love you all, thanks for watching, and I will smell you guys later.
Okay, there you go. His Sinnoh different evolutions. I adored all three of them. I thought they were very, very cool, but I think Rulero just tops it for me. I love Piplup, and, you know, the final evolution being Empoleon is great, but I do like that alternative. I really enjoy reacting to these type of videos, so of course, if you want me to react to more of his, do let me know. We are going to be also reacting to someone else's videos that make artwork, but I won't be diving into their whole channel, just a specific thing, this one specific like playlist, if you will. So yeah, the next time I dive into Hoops and Hip Hop's channel, it'll be another art video, just a different type of art video revolving around Pokemon, because he hasn't done any more of this series. I do apologize about what I said in the last one, because I honestly thought he did, but it's fine, it's all good, we got more to react to. With that being said, though, do hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification button if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate everyone watching this video. Go check out Hoops and Hip Hop on YouTube. Anywho, pardon me. I love you all, roar of passion, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.